The climate emergency is here. 2020 was the hottest year in recorded history on Earth. As global temperatures increase, we will see more natural disasters like wildfires, hurricanes, droughts, and just recently, BC saw its hottest day on record. Hundreds died from this heat wave, and resulting wildfires destroyed Lytton, unceded territory of the Inklakatma.
When experiencing that was just that little reminder that we're in a crisis, we're in an emergency. This is not normal. What's happening isn't normal and we need to change it. But that's the kind of things that people in the global south are feeling every single day. We just have the luxury of not experiencing that, but we need to act like we are.
Here in Yellowknife in 2014, we had wildfires that lasted for 2.5 months. And I did a study and follow-up to it that showed that we had a full doubling of emergency department visits for asthma. So if that's where we are now, we know it's going to get worse for sure until mid-century. And then you start talking about, okay, well, what if we stay on the high emissions pathway all the way through to the end of the century? So, in Canada, that means that a child born today would only be in their 60s by the time it's 6.3 degrees Celsius warmer.
350 Vancouver is mobilizing people to take action on divestment because we believe that if thousands of us convince our organizations, our institutions, and even our banks to move their money away from fossil fuels, we actually have a chance of tackling the climate crisis.
Divestment is the process of ridding yourself of things that you are invested in. So, for example, a pension fund has a portfolio of stocks and bonds and real estate. In the case of fossil fuel divestment, it would be them selling off their holdings of stocks of fossil fuel companies.
There are 100 companies that are responsible for 70% of our global emissions. Money is the fuel that really lights the fire of the climate crisis. It's really problematic for institutions like banks and universities to be investing in the fossil fuel industry. If the fossil fuel industry did not have any money to continue to build new fossil fuel projects and to continue to expand the work they're already doing and produce more emissions, we would not have a climate crisis on our hands. That's why it's really critical right now that we target institutions that are investing in fossil fuels, because we need to make them feel the heat for what they're doing. And I think the way they're going to do that is through mass mobilization. It's individuals taking their money out of these banks, but it's also massive, massive pressure and tarnishing the reputations of these institutions that invest in fossil fuels until they stop doing what they're doing.
People have more power than they think.
Call your financial advisor and move your savings, mortgage, credit card, and other investments to a divested institution, like a credit union and a divested portfolio. Contact any organizations you are affiliated with, universities, banks, municipalities, or faith groups, and make it clear that you do not want to support their investment in fossil fuels. To learn more, watch the next video in this series.